A model that beats GPT-4 on many benchmarks can be downloaded for free right now and run on a laptop in your bedroom. No API key, no usage logs, no company watching. Some people call that the greatest gift to humanity since the open internet. Others call it the most dangerous thing in tech. So who is right? Let's break down the open source AI debate without the hype and with actual code you can run yourself. First, we need to clear up a huge confusion. When companies say their model is open, they almost never mean fully open. There are three different things that can be open: the weights, the training data, and the license. Most so-called open models, like Meta's Llama and DeepSeek, release the weights but keep the training data secret. That's a critical distinction we'll come back to throughout this video. So what are model weights really? They're just enormous tables of numbers. The parameters the model learned during training, download them, and you have the full brain of the model. You can inspect them, fine-tune them, even modify them. Here's what it looks like to actually load an open model's weights in Python with Hugging Face transformers. But you don't even need to write Python to run these models anymore. Tools like llama have made it absurdly simple. One command downloads the weights, sets up the runtime, and gives you a chat prompt, all running entirely on your own machine, fully offline. This is the heart of why open weights feels so powerful. Nobody can take it away once it's on your disk. Now let's build the strongest case for OpenAI. Open models democratize access. A student in a small town with no corporate budget can build on the same technology as a billion-dollar lab. Open weights also mean transparency. Researchers worldwide can probe these models for bias, vulnerabilities, and safety flaws. And crucially, you avoid vendor lock-in. No single company controls your access or quietly changes the rules. There's also a real economic argument. Closed APIs charge per token, and at scale, that adds up fast. With open weights, you pay once for the hardware, and then inference is essentially free. Let's compare a simple cost calculation. Calling a closed API versus running an open model, you host yourself for a high-volume workload. But here's the uncomfortable other side. Once weights are public, you cannot recall them. A closed model can refuse to write malware or design a bioweapon. The company patches the guardrails server side. An open model? Anyone can strip those guardrails out in an afternoon. The safety alignment is just more numbers, and those numbers can be fine-tuned away. This is the core fear that keeps regulators awake at night. Let me show you how real this concern is. Safety behavior in open models is enforced by a system prompt and fine-tuned refusals. But because you control the full inference loop, you can simply replace the system prompt and reduce refusals with a few lines. I'm not showing anything harmful here, just illustrating how thin the guardrail layer actually is when you own the weights. So where does everyone stand in 2026? Meta continues to release llama weights openly, betting that an open ecosystem benefits them long term. Mistral and DeepSeek pushed open models that rival the best closed labs, with DeepSeek's efficient training shocking the industry. OpenAI, after years of keeping everything locked, finally released its own open weight models to compete. Meanwhile, Anthropic and Google remain mostly closed. The lines are not as clean as people think. DeepSeek deserves a special mention because it changed the economics of the whole debate. They showed you could train a frontier-class model for a fraction of the assumed cost and then released the weights openly. That broke the argument that only trillion-dollar companies can play. Suddenly, capable open models weren't a hypothetical. They were on Hugging Face, ready to pull. Here's a trap many developers fall into. Open weights does not always mean open license. Some models ship with restrictions. You can't use them commercially above a certain user count, or you can't train competing models on their outputs. Always read the license file. Let me show you what a real restrictive clause looks like versus a truly permissive Apache 2.0 license. Governments are now actively shaping this debate. The EU AI Act treats general purpose models above a certain compute threshold as systemic risk, requiring documentation, evaluations, and incident reporting. Open source models get some exemptions to encourage research, but not if they cross that capability line. The result is a tense balance. Encourage openness, but draw a red line at the most powerful frontier systems. For Indian students and developers, open models are especially significant. India's push for sovereign AI, building models that understand Indian languages and contexts, leans heavily on open foundations. Projects under the India AI mission and Bharat GPT style efforts fine tune open base models rather than starting from scratch. NPTEL and several IITs now teach LLM fine tuning using exactly these open weights. Open AI isn't just philosophy here, it's national strategy. This is where open weights truly shine for builders. You can take a base model and cheaply adapt it to your domain using a technique called LoRA, low rank adaptation. Instead of retraining billions of parameters, you train a tiny set of adapter weights. Here's a minimal fine-tuning setup that runs on a single consumer GPU. This is impossible with a fully closed model. At the heart of this debate is what ethicists call dual use. The same open model that helps a researcher cure disease can help someone design a phishing campaign. The same fine-tuning that makes a model speak a regional language can make it spread misinformation in that language. There's no technical switch that allows only the good uses. That's the hard truth both sides have to sit with. So, is there a middle path? Many labs now use staged or gated release. Weights are available, but you must agree to a usage policy, verify identity, or accept a license before download. Others release smaller models openly while keeping their largest frontier model behind an API. It's an imperfect compromise, but it tries to keep the benefits of openness while adding a small layer of accountability. So how should you, as a developer, reason about all this? Ask 3 questions for any model you use. 1. What is actually open? Weights, data, or just a friendly name? 2. What does the license permit for your use case? 3. What are the realistic misuse risks of the capability you're unlocking? Answer those honestly, and you'll be ahead of most of the noise in this debate. Here's the honest conclusion. There is no clean answer to whether powerful AI should be free. Openness drives innovation, transparency, and access for billions. But it also removes the brakes on misuse permanently. The right policy probably isn't all open or all closed. It's thoughtful, capability aware, and constantly evolving. The most dangerous position is pretending the trade-off doesn't exist. Let's lock in the 3 big takeaways. First, open has layers. Weights, data, and license are all different, so read carefully. Second, open models bring huge benefits in access and cost, but their safety guardrails can be fine-tuned away and never recalled. Third, the real answer is a capability-aware middle ground, not an all-or-nothing slogan. Next up in the AI track, watch our deep dive on fine-tuning open models with LoRA on a single GPU. We go hands-on with real code. If this cleared things up, subscribe and drop a comment. Should frontier AI be open or locked down? Tell us your strongest argument.